Things women of a certain age should let go of. Girl, it is time to release some things from the past. Welcome to The Unleashed Woman. I'm Melanie Edwards.
And I'm Stacie Simons, and we are thrilled you're here.
Today, we're talking about things women of a certain age should be letting go of.
Yes, there's so many things that by the time you hit 45, 50, beyond, we should be so far past any one of these 10 things. So today we're sharing 10 of the things that we think at this age you should be letting go or have already let go. Number 1.
Clothes you have not fit into for years, but hope to someday.
Yeah, I mean, they're just sitting in your closet right now, and it's in either direction. For those of you who are thinking, oh, I've put on a few pounds, I'm saving that size 6 or 4 because I plan to get back down to that. Or the opposite of that is you've gotten down to a 4, but you think there might be a chance you could get back up to a 10. Let it go. It doesn't feel good. It can be self-defeating having that in either direction.
And having clothes that fit you regardless of your size, that are flattering, make you feel amazing.
So we challenge you to let go of some of those pieces or all of those pieces. And we'll be doing this as an actual challenge over in our Facebook group soon, because we think it's so important just to be able to let go of those things. It's totally liberating.
It feels so good.
It does. Number 2, old makeup. It doesn't serve us at all.
And it can date your look.
Oh, it can totally date your look. And we've said this before in other videos, that the older your makeup is, it's not made for our skin needs now.
Exactly.
You know, if you're still buying brands that you were buying in your 20s, you may really be doing a disservice to yourself, because it's actually aging you instead of helping you age gracefully.
And I think about, if it's really old, how much bacteria could be growing on it. I think it's better to unclutter your makeup drawer and just toss it. Make room for some new makeup. There's some good stuff out there, and we love it.
We love it. We are makeup girls. So we try everything. We try everything. We're it girls. So for us, we found what worked for each of us. So that's the brand that we use. We're not reps. We're not affiliates, but we can't say enough good things about IT Cosmetics. I can see that my skin has improved. We've been doing videos for almost 10 years across different platforms. And you look at our earlier videos and we actually look washed out. We look older. It's not that the only change that we made for ourselves was changing our brand.
And especially with aging, dealing with fine lines. I still deal with breakouts and melasma, and I'm able to confidently wear my makeup out.
And on camera. I mean, that's
on camera.
Our number 1 choice for on camera is IT Cosmetics. Find what works for you and run with it.
Number 3 are shoes that are giving us blisters or bunions.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Girl, we know that you're over them, and no one likes blisters or bunions.
So, I mean, the rule of thumb that I grew up with, my mother told me from a very young age, buy the best shoes you can afford. Treat your feet with care, and they'll take care of you all of your life. You know, I tried to buy what I could afford, of course, but that were kind to my feet, even if they were super high, just something that's wearable.
And I think we're kind of past the whole no pain, no gain thing with our footwear. But I still love my heels. Maybe I'm not wearing heels that are as high. I'm more comfortable in a lower heel, but I love the Vivian Leigh insoles.
Yes,
they
those are
really
fantastic.
help. Oh,
they're known to allow you to wear your shoes 4 times longer than normal.
Yeah.
So I've worn those insoles in my shoes to events and been able to stand in a 5-inch or higher shoe for a really long time, or to dance, you know, longer than I normally would. So we can't say enough about those insoles for your feet and shoes.
Love them.
Love them. Number 4, shoes or clothing that is falling apart.
Right. Only if it makes you feel fabulous, but otherwise, pitch it. It's kind of a standing joke in my family with my husband and my dad and their friend shirts that have holes everywhere. But unless you love it, just get rid of it. Make room for some new things.
Yeah, and the more that you give away, the more that's going to come back to you anyway. So don't be afraid to let things go like that just aren't serving you in your closet.
Right.
I know we could do a whole video on that.
Yeah,
we could totally do a whole video on that. But our general rule of thumb, like Melanie said, keep it if it makes you feel fabulous. If it doesn't, it's time to reevaluate why that has a space in your life.
Number 5 is glittery makeup.
Why would we want to wear makeup that accentuates the things that actually show that we're aging?
Exactly.
And there's no shame in aging, but what we're saying today is choose things that don't make you appear to have accelerated aging.
Right. Like a lot of eyeshadows that are glittery. And I used to wear them all the time, but as I've aged and my eyes have become a little more hooded, I have to stick to the mattes, and it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So don't be drawing attention to and accentuate those parts that are moving south.
Yeah, I mean, instead you want to think something more subtle, like highlighting.
Yes.
You know, to highlight the features that you love and that actually bring out your beauty even more. I think subtlety can really help you elevate your makeup game. As you age, take one thing to focus on your face. So just wear what accentuates the features you love. Think the keyword there is subtle. Number 6 is clothes with writing on your bum. Your behind, your rear, whatever you want to call it. Let's keep the writing off of it.
I don't want to draw excessive eyes on my bum.
No, I mean, and you know what? That used to be such a trend years ago. I was guilty of that trend too. I had those sweats that said juicy across the back. Of course, I still have them. But I don't wear them out of the house. One of those things, you know, they're big, they're cozy, they're fleece lined, so they're warm.
Oh.
But they're not going outside of my house. Nobody wants to see that. To me, you might as well have a sign that says wide load, you know, on the back. Nothing very classy or elegant with that at all.
No, definitely not a recommendation for your clothing.
Save it for your home.
Right.
It's okay. So let's move on.
Number 7 is holding on to a collection of your exes things.
And when we're talking exes, we're talking about exes from relationships that ended badly. You know, why are you holding on to things that are keeping you in that place? And a lot of us do that, where we're guilty of being stuck in that one little space of time.
Right.
And it's hard to move forward, but letting go of those things can actually help you move forward once and for all.
Yeah, it's very freeing. It's all about letting go and clearing out.
Make room for the things that you want. And this letting go of all that stuff from old, tired, bad relationships, that is one way to get over that hump and get you to the next phase of your life. So please let go of whatever is holding you back.
So true.
Number 8, doing things that you don't want to do purely out of obligation.
Oh, that is so exhausting. And we're at an age where no is so powerful.
Yes, that should be the power word for women our age.
If it doesn't light us up, then it's really likely that we need to start saying no. And I have learned that no is one of my favorite words now.
Yeah, I mean, as women, we're so used to being the ones where things are constantly piled up onto our plate. At some point, we simply forgot to start saying no.
We over-obligate ourselves very easily. I know I've over-obligated myself so many times in the years past, and now it feels so good to know where my limits are, know where my boundaries are. It really sets a new tone of freedom and what I'm making better decisions for myself.
Yeah, I mean, it's freeing to be able to just say yes to those things that light you up. Granted, there will always be things in the periphery that we might still have to say yes to.
Of course.
Those obligations, but give yourself the chance to be able to say no and make no your power word going forward.
No!
No! No!
No! No! Number 9.
Number 9. Here we go. Being ruled by your fear. Girl, you're older, you're wiser. It's time to squash your fear.
If you're here, you're an overcomer.
That's right.
You have an entire lifetime of things that you've gone through and experienced. We all do. And we've overcome so many things. Fear is very rarely based on reality. So it's time to let go of that.
Yeah, I mean, and just remember that every day is a fresh chance to conquer that fear and to start over. Like Melanie said, we're all overcomers. Yesterday, you overcame 100% of what was put in front of you. It's time to move past the fear. You've got it.
You've got it, girl.
Got it, girl.
And number 10 is friends that you have outgrown. It is time to let them go.
I agree 100%. At this age, you know you are likely still holding on to people from 40 years ago, 20 years ago, and is it serving you?
You know who those friends are too. Those are the friendships that when you've spent time, whether it's on the phone or with them, and you walk away and you are so exhausted, or you feel like that chunk of time is gone and you'll never get it back.
Yeah, I mean, these are the people, they're like energy vampires.
They really are.
So they're taking, and there's no exchange of where they listen to you, where they hear you. And I mean, really hear you, because friends listen and are there for you.
Yeah.
And one of the toughest things can be to let them go. Don't let that friendship be a habit.
And then a decade, 2 decades pass, and you're still in the same place with them.
That happened to me where there was someone I was friends with for over 40 years. And it was just time to release that friendship and let it go because it was too stressful. Way too stressful.
It's really so nice about when you finally let relationship like this go, is you find a new sense of freedom. You feel like that weight has been taken off of your shoulders, and you find that you're able to kind of refocus new energies on new and better things.
And you open yourself up to new friendships. And I'm not saying that later down the line, you may not reconnect with that person at a point where you two have grown past whatever that block was, because people do grow. We grow every day. So, I mean, I'm not saying that at all, but it may, I'm not saying that at all, but it may mean that it's just time to release that and let it go. Move past it. You might come back to it later. You might not, but that may not be a bad thing. Give yourself the chance.
Those are our 10 tips of things that women of a certain age need to be letting go of.
And we will link below some of the things we referenced in this video that you might want to check out. Again, we are not affiliates or distributors of these products, but they are things that we love, and we would feel selfish not sharing this with you.
Make sure that you share with us some of the things that you have been letting go. We would love to hear from you.
Yes.
Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button.
Right. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for?
You're missing out.
Do not miss a single video that we have coming out. Thank you for joining us today, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.